Hi. Uh, this is the third day of not playing any video games, and yeah, I have a substance that's available that will like assist me in quitting. It's an over-the-counter substance, and it's not a substance that you have to take in any like a stupendous amount. It's not like you have to overdo taking the substance. I won't say what substance is, but provided I really need assistance in quitting, I'll be able to just take that and everything will be okay. But I haven't yet. So my mind is uh, still very much acclimated to conditioned towards like the video game thing. I just can't stop thinking about it. So I wanted to just make a video, like a stream of consciousness sort of video, where I kind of just like talk about more maybe like along the lines of like War 105, what went wrong from the leadership from a leadership perspective. So obviously I'm partial to kind of like paint things in a pretty light because I'm the one that was leading it. But I feel like acknowledging the clear bias will in some way make things more objective, less subjective than it otherwise would be if you had not acknowledged just the clear error and anything like this. So with that being said, the bias, I don't know, like bias is declared or something like that. What was the thing that the scientific papers say? When like a scientist is taking money from like a place, they declare their loyalties beforehand. Not the term's not coming to mind, but perhaps you're able to think of it. I do have the mic the correct mic plugged in, so that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna try to list things off as I think of them, and then maybe at the end of the line we'll sort them from the biggest problem to the least biggest problem. The first problem that just comes to mind. I'm not gonna say this is like the biggest problem whatsoever. We'll sort the value of each of these problems after the fact. But problem one is a lack of progress reports. That in itself kind of seems silly, but what I guess my mind just kind of like my mind just got so wrapped up into it that many times it would have been wise just to stop for a second and get an adequate assessment of what the hell's even going on. Because going for four Tempest cannons in the game is a big thing. It takes a lot of like, technical understanding of how facilities work to even accomplish a thing like that, and it's not something I've never dabbled with tier 3 facility stuff whatsoever. Only slightly. World War 100 when we lost the Security tank. So even I, who just plays so much, struggled tremendously trying to figure out what's the next step. How is the new player, or just somebody who doesn't play as much as I do, like geez, the amount of time that I spent playing the game, how is somebody who is less of a slave than I to the game able to figure out how they can like plug into the scheme in a way that is entertaining to them and is not just like a dumb thing like get sulfur. We need sulfur. Get sulfur. Like that's a pretty shitty thing to do. What I did. The best way you can help out is get sulfur. What I ought to have done as a leader is figure out a status report and a total like understanding of what it is that we're even doing. What I ought to have done is broke it all down. I ought to have made a video. Well, one thing at a time. Yeah, one thing at a time. I ought to have made a thing like this, where that's a Tempest cannon. It needs 285 steel, 175 assembly material 5. Probably list the things in the most complicated, the most difficult to get first. 95 assembly 3 and 105 assembly 4. And like space it out so it's legible. And make it legible. Yeah, something along those lines. That's what a Tempest cannon needs. Now, what's the first thing that comes across when you look at a thing like this? The person who doesn't know anything about facilities, they're not going to know a lick of what any of this means. They're actually going to gloss over, and this is a completely useless of a thing to do for that type of person. Even for me, my eyes would gloss over. Because what does this mean? I don't fucking know. Type 5 and steel construction material. Forget about it. I know what this means. Type 3 is sulfur. Type 4 is heavy oil. Okay, so that gives like a better understanding. So this is a crap way to do it. Big time. So breakdown of the prices needs to go even further. One thing at a time. So it gets kind of confusing because type 5 is made of type 1 and type 2, you know? So it's like you have to break it down to a further extent. So like for one of these things you need Yeah, almost like needs for that just by itself. 3x 245x coke. And spacing's off on that, but you know, whatever. And then 10x 1, 10x 2. So the most complicated aspect, namely this one, is broken down again into this stuff. Now the person that doesn't know anything about facility stuff, what the hell does any of this mean? You know, very complicated stuff. What is this something? What is steel? I mean, this is something that would even get me. What is steel construction material? Intimately understanding it from like a habitual understanding. That's not good. So we've broken it down one level further, and it's still not good. What is coke? Maybe people know, you know, coke is from coal. Okay, well, you know, for me it's habitual. Like type 1 is coke, type 2 is petrol. Yeah, it's just it just gets complicated. But we'll continue on with this breakdown. So like we're breaking it down to the point where your knowledge has to encompass tier 2 and tier 1 and tier 2 facility stuff. We're breaking tier 3. So Assembly 5 is tier 3 facility stuff. Steel construction materials are tier 3 facility stuff. So we're breaking down the knowledge part so that it is available for the person that at least understands tier 1 and tier 2, like the earlier war facility stuff. Let's see what that looks like. We were doing this recipe. There's two types of recipes. One that uses enriched oil, but we wanted to keep it simple, so we did the first recipe and it worked out fine. So I need 3 process construction materials. $200 coke. $65 sulfur. And 35 liters of heavy oil. And the legibility of the whole thing is pretty crap, because there's a lot going on. It comes to mind is when I was in school long ago, making a PowerPoint presentation. You just want to have like the heading thing and nothing else. Like if you're gonna make a PowerPoint of this junk, like you wouldn't have any of this dog water extra bits. If you're making a PowerPoint, like what tempest scan needs you, this is like selection box, you leave it at that. Tempest scanning, 1, 2, 3, 4, those things, done. Picture the pretty picture, the name of the thing, the 4 things, done. And then something else. Like if you're familiar with like the argumentative styles of like the Greek argumentative styles, the pathos, the ethos, the kairos, the topos, and the logos. I don't know. I guess maybe if you're familiar with that, then the topos, the tailoring your argument towards the audience that you're trying to like sell the bridge to. You know, this is a poor tailoring of it. If you were to give that to people, they wouldn't even fucking read it. You know, so you have to tailor this in a way that is good. So we broke it down from you'd be able to use this thing if you understood tier 1 and tier 2 facilities. This selection box indicates what you would be able to garner from this. Of course, you present it better than this, but assembly material 3 and 4, assembly material 5, and then steel construction material. Of course, in this game, this is weird. The way that's described is it comes in cans, so I'm pretty sure it's it's 30 liters in a can, and then 35 is needed, so math is really screwy. So I guess like for the heavy oil, you would wait. This is another reason why this is not good. Breaking it down into tier 1 and tier 2 facility mindset is no good. We have to go further because this is down math. You want to be able to make a table that indicates to the fella like, what the heck we need. So on the Discord, I have the this little picture. I use this little channel to keep notes or whatever. But I had this thing. This is like what I came up with. This little picture where it breaks it down into. Yeah, how did I do this? This graph doesn't take into consideration a couple of things. The coke doesn't take into consideration sulfur consideration and the heavy oil consideration that you need in surplus of this. This was just a good chunk of the effort. And when it came down to it, this ended up being really, really good. Way to kind of like list things out. When tier 3 facility stuff came around, it was understood beforehand that we would just need to figure out the raw resources. We needed like a million. We needed a million coke, and then it was a 250,000 K sulfur was what was needed, and then and when it came down to the business, I had completely forgotten about the surplus. I actually forgot about this heavy oil right here that you need to make steel entirely. I had forgotten about it. Did not even calculate it, but I had decided that one of the things that we would stockpile beforehand was 500 cans of heavy oil to make ammo and petrochemical ammo. You need the enriched oil to shoot it, which is a product of heavy oil and sulfur. So we decided to stockpile. So it ended up being okay. The fact that I hadn't completely forgot about this, complete malpractice big time. I'm just forgetting a resource that we needed. It ended up being okay. We were able to do like 80% of all the requirements needed off of those like 5,000 cans that we stockpiled. We were doing other stuff, like prep recipe for pecans, but I got ahead of myself. This is not what the video is supposed to be about. I guess I'll just keep that there. Yeah, organizing a thing like this is, I just have to shake my head. It's a very difficult thing to do. One thing that we learned from War 104 when we were going for that singular one is that we had the Squiggle Bank, as it was called, which was it was 11 next to the bunker base, and it was all packed with coke, whatever 32,000 times 11 is. We were only going for one Tempest cannon, so this amount of coke was enough to do a Tempest cannon, and we stockpiled it beforehand. But this was inadequate because for though it was enough coke for this coke need, and all of the coke that is needed for the assembly material ones, it takes a long time to cook. 7,000 is the amount of type 1s you need for 4, but it takes a little while to cook that many assembly material ones. It doesn't make sense to store the resources as coke. It's better to store the resources as type 1 and type 2. You need storage, but not for this. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to hold the coke and not just immediately transform it into the copious amounts of assembly material ones you need. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea is what that was. I needed storage, but not for that. Well, you did need storage for this. I just canceled the boxing of these things. But where the coke is just needed on hand for just like the recipe of the tier 3 stuff, and you want to store the coke before tier 3 hits. So when tier 3 hits, you have it on hand. That's what the storage is for. And like this Squiggle Bank, it doesn't have to be Squiggle Bank, but like storage just has to exist for coke. Because if you were with me those final days of the project, it was just a matter of we need coke and sulfur, and we're just running out mostly of coke. It was like as soon as we could send out a train of coke, we sent it because that was the thing that was holding up the industry. So you need storage for the coke and the sulfur before tier 3 facilities hit. But here I get carried away again. Let's try to, like a fisherman standing on the railway of thought, let's try to reel this back onto the rails. Yeah. Yeah, we need to be able to display this information in a way that makes sense. So this like decon thing is, yeah. Every steel construction material needs 3 of the process construction material, so the total amount is just of steel is just multiplied by 3, and that's how many pecons you can get. And pecons are easy to understand. Components in the metalworks make pecan. Easy enough. Yeah, getting our arms around the entirety of the project. If I were to make a red line into this and start over, we weren't going for 1, we were going for 4. Well, that's another thing. It's like a progress report, trying to get our arms around like the vastness of the things required is one thing to do, but that only would have ever answered the question of what. But I didn't. Another failure on my part was the why. Why go for 4 Tempest cannons? It's an astronomical amount of effort. What making a video beforehand that intimately describes what we could accomplish with a thing like this. Because as I was like farming for the resources and doing my thing, I'm not able to like, transmit my thoughts as I'm just thinking them, I'm not saying them, I'm not recording them, not displaying them for anybody else. Of course, I'm going to have the most intimate knowledge of the why, the creative juices flowing towards the end of like what we could really accomplish with this cool setup, the 4x Tempest cannon. Yeah, so I mean, from a leader's perspective, I failed big time. There was a why, and there was a what, but the only person that had it, and all people had to have it, the only person that had it was just me, and that's crap. That's not how it works from a leader's perspective. How are you supposed to get help when only you know what the hell is going on? So this guy, idiot. Don't do like I do. You have to let the people know what the hell is going on. I did some things right. I did some things wrong. It's up to you to figure out the good and the bad. Yeah, like a quote from Bismarck comes to mind. It has to do with like leaders. Bismarck was like the dude that put together Germany into like the what North German Federation is what it was prior, and he was on that kind of like from Angled, making the Union of Germany in like the late 1870s, a culmination of like the war between them and France. He had a saying. He said, it's like from the perspective of observing a leader. Here it is. I remember now. Right. I'm not even gonna Google it. You can record it. I'm gonna screen record. You can verify that I didn't Google it. I didn't cheat. I remember it now. The saying is this: an idiot can learn from his mistakes, but the wise man, the idiot can learn from his mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Maybe that comes off as like a profound thing to you, maybe it doesn't. It did to me. Did to me at the time that I heard it. You know, you're able to like when I was playing with Batman and Larry and part of these other clans, observing other leadership styles and other ways that people go about doing things. You know, you're able to just listen and be a part of their thing, be part of their system, be a cog in their machine. You know, you're always listening and you're always kind of recording and taking notes. And you don't have to like be big flashy about it. Just, you know, keep it in the background of your mind, and maybe you can apply this stuff later. Yeah, a lot of like the successes that I've had when leading these things, we can quibble about how grand those successes were. I don't think they were too grand. I think we had a reasonable amount of success, and I had fun doing. You know, the fruits of the labor were sometimes harvested. They were fruits to be had and experienced. Yeah, but it's a combination of being able to see other people's failures and successes when you're the follower and they're the leader. There's a lot of wealth to be derived by just kind of like listening and learning. So I'm trying to, I guess from this video, I'm trying to, for anybody who cares, and I guess more for myself as well, kind of like investigating. It's important to recognize what was going on in my head as like things were going down. This is a good example. I understood what the what and the why were, but the team didn't. My teammates did not, and there are consequences to that. The conclusion of the long-winded monologue on this digression is that there are consequences. If you're gonna be bad, if you're gonna mess up as a leader, then there are consequences. Big time. Sometimes they can be real big. The what and the why. We're talking about the what. Problem one is in terms of the what, but we'll come back to the why. The what. So with that red line, we weren't going for 1, we were going for 4. So each of the, we needed 175 type 5s, and each one of the type 5s takes 10 type 1s and 10 type 2s. So simple math tells us that you need 1,750 type 1s and 2s to make that amount of type 5. Math seems kind of confusing, but it is what it is. So 1,750 times 4, because we're going for 4, unless you get the 7,000 number. So what should we type it? Presenting a table in a way that is able to be read by the people that you're trying to display the information to, tailoring the message to the audience that you're trying to give the argument to. The popos. The Greek argumentative crap. 7,000 of that. 7,000 of that, and then you don't need type 3 or type 4 in any of these like convoluted recipes. It's just straight up. You can't really read it, but that's what it says. You need 95 type 3 for each, and you need 105 type 4 for each. So the math simply just says 380 and 420. I know the spacing is also the a little bit of OCD. It pays to be conscious about legibility. Probably better tool to use than Paint. It's just Mike's expertise is not within the realm of an alternative way of doing this. So Paint is what I thought. You use the tool you got. So 1 through 4s ticked off, and then pecans is a product of yeah. This math was done on the fly, and there were errors with it, but only for this one right here. Better care ought to have been given. I think that I spent 10 days of my life of concentrated effort trying to work on this project in like 20 days, 20-day span, and you can't like take a breather to really get your arms around what's really the demands here is shameful. It's the behavior of an animal. Don't be like me. And I guess the answer is to take a step away from things. Off the top of my head, because the only oddball thing is that type 4 needs pecans, so there's a plus 420. Every type 4 needs a pecan, so we'll start with 420 as the starting number. Pecans, and then type 5 doesn't need pecans, but the steel that goes into type 5s do, so that's where the price comes into play big time. So you need 285 steel cons by itself. That's how many pecans for the steel cons. But then each type 5 needs 3 steel cons, and a steel con needs 3, so it's like 9 pecans are needed for each type 5. So 9 times 175 is another price tag. And here I am gummy up the math because this is math for our singular one and not 4. Now it's the 855 times 4. Here's 1 for 4. Oh yeah, see, there we go. It's where we're getting lost in the sauce, as I say. Sometimes when you're coding and like you have to have like really good depth of focus. You have to understand what you're working on specifically and where it like, fits into the grander scheme of what you did like 3 minutes ago. You have to like, understand where you are and where you've been. And if you lose it, you're deep within the sauce and you're lost in it, lost in the sauce. Not lost in the sauce, but it's just simple like arithmetic. So let's just show my mental capacity when it comes to this type of stuff. 285 times 3. Right, this is just pecans. So I got confused for a second there. Yeah, we're still just talking about pecans. And 175 times 9. But then we're going for 4, so that's the number of pecans for that. And that's how many pecans you need. But the real kicker was right at the end of the line there. We were 600 steel short, but the steel cons are actually really easy to get. As a final tally, we were only like 4 hours of production off. We had everything tipped away. The materials that we would have needed for the steel cons, the additional 600, we had material already for like an additional 200, and getting the 400, it's just coking sulfur, which we were very well acclimated to getting. So we banked the force Tempest cannons no doubt. We succeeded, and it wasn't like a major pitfall that inhibited us. But yeah, the 600 pecans, or the 600 additional steel cons that I blew it on the calculation is because we wanted to do 4 pads at the same time, so we could cook all 4 of them at the same time. Each pad needs 150 steel cons, so steel cons times 4, so 150 times 4 is 600. So we'll add those 4 pads into the mix too. 3 pecans per steel con times the 600 that we needed for 4 pads. It was this additional 100, 1,800 that I did not factor in Oh, yeah, we had the pecans. I didn't factor in the 600 steel cons. We had this amount of pecans, and we had the when it came down to it, we had this pecans, we had the heavy oil, and we had like a third of the coke and sulfur. But yeah, that would have been child's play to pick that back up. I mean, people already shipped in a little bit of effort, and I think we're at. When I checked out when I called it after we had lost the transfer stations, we had like 50% of that need anyways, and I'd just woken up, so it would have been child's play to get that. But yeah, so these four numbers added up together is the pecan amount. So instead of 9,720, we in reality needed that much, 11,940. Yeah, it's kind of silly how we had that user that joined. I think it was this war, the Cox, the 87 guy with the we just called him Cox, and yeah, he just plugged into this like a pecan thing in Red River. With what I had going on, we had probably got like 60% of it done, and then Cox just kind of like glued himself to this pecan production, this component uh, acquiring thing in Red River, and made the additional like 40% really easy for me. And we overshot it, how many we need, and that is actually the overshooting is what really made the that final 600 steel con is what made that really easy because Cox was so interested in gluing himself to this spamming of components with the broken components and whatnot. Now we have a more accurate table. We have the three oddball materials, the coke, the sulfur, and the heavy oil that I did not even list when I came up with this table here. In my mind, I kind of like calculated that this would be so big of a chunk of the work done, so that if we were able to succeed at this, the rest of it would be child's play. And I was right. A million coke, quarter million sulfur, and all of that heavy oil they're actually easy things to acquire. These things are not. Type 3 and type 4 are easy to get. That's a little trivial amount of effort, but it's just these ones, the 7,000 type 1 and 2, and then just the massive amount of components. So yeah, we went about it in a smart way, but let's just try to keep this on the rails. Well, that's a calculation, this specific calculation for how much coke we needed. 245 coke times. That's coke number one. Coke number one. Each steel con needs a little bit. How many steel con did we need? We did 600 for the pad, and then it was. And this is where the math just gets really lame. Type 5 needs 3 each. Yeah, so to even get the coke number, you need to like, you have to like, all this complicated math. The type 5 needs 3x. And then the recipe for the singular one, this is for the 4 pads. Gosh dang it. 175 times 4 for the type 5. No, shoot. Yeah, so 700 type 5, and each one of those needs 3, so that's the amount of type SEM for the type 5. And the recipe for the storm can, the temp scan itself needs 285 times 4, because that's something we were going for, so that's another number for the thing. So yes, these two numbers. Yeah, so when I was posting like the status reports is based off of this number SEM, when in reality it ought to have been this number with the pads included. That's how many SEM. We've already talked about when making a table like this, putting the tier 3 stuff is no good. You have to chunk it down to like a lesser degree. We were just trying to get the amount of coke needed. So now we have the SEM amount. This number of coke is for the type 5. And then we can delete this. And the recipe that we were going for was this one where it takes 200 per. So this 3,840 times 200 gives us that amount of coke. That's how much coke we need for steel construction materials. And I wish there's something else that is something else that is missing. It seems like a low number. Maybe it's not. 171, 120. That's how much coke is the two numbers added together. Seems like a low number. There's some other need for coke. I'm just not thinking about it just yet. Maybe it was that number and I just rounded up to a million to make things simple. I forget. I feel like that's something I would have done. Maybe I tried factoring in like the steel needed for petrochemical plants, but that doesn't make sense. No, there's something that I'm missing here that increases the amount of coke that you would need for the SEM. Yeah, and the type 5. Let's do the numbers again. That's how many type 5 you need. You can see that number. And then this number. Oh, I deleted the number. 3240, I remember that number specifically. That's how many SEM times 200 per, which is that number. Oh, so I guess my math is correct. Yeah, actually, I think I remember what happened. This error where we were 600 steel short. I remember that's where I got the 1 million coke and a quarter million sulfur number. So the raw resource get was accurate in the fact that we needed like a million coke and a quarter million sulfur, but the actual production of the steel was not considered. It was using the whole number that did not take the pads into account. So we ended up getting, and then we just vaporized the coke and sulfur anyways. As soon as like 2-3 unlocked, we weren't keeping track of how much coke and sulfur we were burning, so the number of a million coke and a quarter million sulfur didn't really mean anything anymore. Yeah, so that makes sense. So these numbers are accurate. Yeah, so we need that much coke. And the sulfur. The thing about the sulfur is that's only needed for the steel construction material, so it's just simply that number times the 3,840, which is that number, the 250,000. Yep. So yeah, it checks out. That's how much coke and sulfur you need. But when we unlocked tier 3 facilities and we started vaporizing our stockpiles of coke and sulfur, it didn't really matter how much the massive amount we needed in the first place, because it all just started disappearing. We didn't keep track of how much we were using, of course. And then the heavy oil liters. You only need heavy oil for the SCM, so simple mathematic. That's how many steel you need, and then each one needs 35 liters. That's how many liters. Each can comes in 30 liters, so that's how many cans. So stockpiling, like, we stockpiled 5,000, but then we started using it for the triple rescue pecans for fun. Because we thought that we would never need heavy oil again, and we overshot by a lot, but no, dead wrong. We actually needed more heavy oil than that absurd number that we stored in that bunker base core. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Mm-mm. A little bit paranoid about the recording of this because of the problem with my mic last time where I didn't have it plugged in, so I'll probably, oops, I'll probably just double check to see that it's actually not that water. So it appears that the audio is okay. Yeah, the mic is yeah, there's like some weird noise going on. I don't know what that's about, like a little fluttering of it. Who knows why that is? I don't. Yeah. So the way that the information was displayed was along this line, and this was left out entirely, purposefully. Yeah, the asterisk for the heavy oil. The blue was left out purposely because it's not even needing to be considered until the when we get really close to the tier 3 facilities. But this is the red is where you have to stockpile that beforehand over the course of the war, which we had accomplished successfully. But yeah, so this is the white of what you need for Tempest cannons. Mm-hmm. But anybody who doesn't know anything about facilities would not be able to help with this whatsoever because they have no idea what it even means. This is an adequate displaying of the information for somebody who is able to comprehend, is familiar with tier 1 and tier 2 facility stuff, which is not too hard. I mean, nothing in this game is too hard, but yeah, it's just it kind of like if this is the amount of people that are in your thing, having like a little barrier to entry type of thing means that like this yellow segment are the people, you know, it's almost like a pie chart or some stupid thing like that. The yellow indicates the people who check out when they look at a thing like this, whereas this blue segment right here indicates the people that you know, when you do a thing like this, the yellow is going to check out and the blue are going to be able to plug into this. At least you have some blue. That's what we have. We had some people that were able to kind of figure out what the hell was going on. So I really have to think to myself, yeah, the failure of the leader is not being able to make it easier than this. I remember I made a video because we split the production into different locations. Like this location was in the Heartlands. This location was in Red River. These two things were just I was just gonna have Jimmy do it, give him the stuff and make it locally, importing the sulfur and the heavy oil. He's a trivial amount, and this was also in Red River. So I made a video indicating the three locations and like how to interact with the facility to be able to make the Type 1, the Type 2, and the pecans. And I want to say that was nice. We had the guy by the username Scat plugged into like the Type 2 thing. I mentioned earlier that Cox plugged into the pecan thing, and then I kind of plugged in myself to the Type 1 thing, and we had the user cliche kind of take over as well. So like, people were able to plug into it. That's the user that did that. That's the user that did that. And then Cox is the one that did that. Yeah, this was a big help. It's not that we were a complete failure in regards to these things. Of course, I kind of chipped in to each of these things myself, like a chicken with its head cut off. I really have to wonder if there would have been a better way. Yeah, I made the videos for these types of these things, but I didn't update it. I didn't stick to it. I could have made like an update video on how to interact with these systems. Like my thinking was, I guess I was kind of down on myself, thinking that I really didn't succeed at what I had sought out to do. But it was kind of actually proves otherwise. I just kept on thinking in my head, I'm spending all this dang time and effort trying to set up these systems, the Type 1 workshop, the Type 2 workshop, and the Pecan workshop. And I was keep thinking to myself, once these things are set up, then people will be able to plug into them. I just have to make them, and then people can plug into them. And this was like a thought that was recurring in my brain, and I guess it did end up working out as intended. You know, these users chipped in among other people. These were the primary three. Yeah, I guess it had to be done. It would be done in a similar way. We're still on the subject of lack of a progress report. Yeah, it's just we had a lot going on. Yeah, the idea was we make these things and then export them using a train to the place where Jimmy's making the Type 3 and 4. They're all collected in a centralized location, and then we're off to the races. And we made it to, we accomplished all of the red before Tier 3 hit. It was done, it was finished. I didn't indicate it. as well as I could have. After the red box was done, then it was just like trying to stand the blue box, and we were behind on the blue box. We were about like a third of a million coke behind for the blue box, and a third of the sulfur behind, and yeah, about a third of the heavy oil behind. So we had to play catch up. That wasn't really fun. Yeah, so this is like the way that I'm trying to really think to myself if how would you display this information better? I mean, Cliche told me that he knew facility stuff. Cox made his first facility Discord, so he didn't really know a whole lot. He didn't have to know about any of this junk. He plugged into the component thing, made the pecons, exporting the components because that ended up being better, not twice. And so we were able to, using these information displays, it was not necessary for Cox to know anything other than just like make components and get ready to export them. It's not necessary for Scat to do the type 2. It's not necessary for Cliche to know anything other than type 1. Yeah, so I guess it was done adequately. Just that number is how many components we needed for the pecons, and I feel like if we would have posted a number like that, I know we would be interested in doing anything like that, but we'd accomplish it. It was actually almost kind of easy. Because Cox was just so fixated upon making components, and the setups were nice. The component outposts and then the export station, and then yeah, I would have done things in a very similar way if I would have done this again. How to motivate the people that weren't whose eyes would glaze over at a thing like this, and who like the video. What about the people that aren't like these people? The people that aren't like Cliche Scattercox, who need things to be even simpler than that. That's not simpler, but they have to be motivated in a better way. I didn't really I don't have a shirt on. It's humid. I didn't pass gas. I leaned back in my chair. I'm now lying on the seat of the chair, thinking about these things. My the suction element made that noise. How to motivate people that are kind of checked out, like yeah, Goon and McGlessis and like Denton Troy, and like like Whiskey and Magnet. These people who aren't really interested in plugging into this thing in the first place. How can we make a thing that is so glaringly obvious, like a simple way, and they can see like tangible impact upon what their effort input would result in? This is where like the administration of the stuff and like the format is the Discord server. This is where that would these questions have to be kind of answered. So I did an okay job, but not a good enough job. So yeah, there's like two types. There's the two people that I failed to really cater to. The one being the unmotivated, and the second being the new person. Yeah, we'll just toss out some names. Goon. Yeah, whatever that guy's name is. Goliath. Pants. This something along those lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the new people. There's this one user by the name of Came. There was Mechalele. Um, Cliche. Yeah, no, I'd say Scat and Cox as well. Who else? Yeah, all of these names are failures upon my they're all my failures. I failed to motivate these people, and I failed to plug in these people into the mix adequately. Yeah, and then I do more as well, right? Right, do more. Who else? I mean, there were other new people as well, but they were kind of like one-off things. They would drive a train to pick up some stuff, and or they would interact with the system a little bit, and then kind of never see them again. So it's not really necessary to even mention them. There were probably like 1, 2, 3. There was those two Brazilians. There was the person that just spoke French. I don't remember his name. And the Brazilians spoke French. So there's 3 people, and then the fourth person was just a new player, and then a fifth person was a new player entirely. Yeah, so the new player, but kind of plugged into like our clique a little bit, is the qualifier. They had good personalities. I never heard Cliche speak, but yeah, you could just tell that he wasn't a what is it? I wasn't a disagreeable type of person. I wasn't a fuckhead. I wasn't a fuckhead. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Yeah, Jimmy's in like his own category. He's like my right hand man. Right hand man. So yeah, there's like the four categories. The new person that never is again. The new person that kind of plugged into the thing. That's the second category. There's Jimmy, the right hand man. And then there's the unmotivated fourth category. For that, like the fourth category where you see the person, they interact with like your gameplay for a little bit, you never see them again. That's just a consequence of the game. That's just something you have to, almost like an operating cost. Like some of the people you interact with, you're just never gonna see them again, and that's just how it goes. It's not worry, not even worth thinking about it. And Jimmy was his own kettle of fish. Very useful, very helpful, but different. Yes, these two categories of people are the ones that I'm really interested in. These are the ones that I failed with the most. For category 1 and category 2, you post a thing like this on the Discord, and they are just like, LOL. Or then like like, oh, LOL, and then watches it. What is it? Closes or wait, yeah, LOL closes Discord. LOL here mutes and closes Discord. Well, no, not really, but if you post a thing like this, if that's how you're gonna display your information, that's what you're gonna get. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. So lack of privacy support. Yeah, it just seems silly to like have privacy supports for the four. There's like four things going on. Jimmy took care of this block, and then there was the 3 separate workshops, 1, 2, and 3. And it's just like that's a lot of privacy supports. Well, I mean, how would you display this information on the platform of Discord? How would a fellow do it? It's like, so we got the Type 1 workshop, and it'd be like, what, its own thread? Or what the fuck? Oh, it's not here. I don't know, my keyboard. I'm not able to type. Yeah, so how do you like display this information even in the Discord? Would this be the thread? And then progress report? Type 2 workshop, progress report. I mean, as I'm typing, I know what the issue with it is. The problem with like listing things like this, like having this and then having the progress report being like a thread under it, is that this is not what people are interested in. What people are interested in is the Tempest Cannons. 4x Tempest Cannon project. So when people read the Discord, this has to be in the forefront, because their eyes will glaze over if they see Type 1 workshop progress report. What does that even mean? Type 2. Like, imagine if you're a new player and you come onto the Discord and you see something like this. Forget about it. You have no fucking idea what's going on. Just click off of it. Never consider it again. But if you do it this way, it's just like TLDR. Too much going on. But if you do a thing like this as an alternative, such as I think I did like I don't know, once or twice. If you just display the information like kind of like so, where you have like little percentage points or whatever, 45% or whatever trash, 55%, blah blah blah, 20%, 5%, 77%, little things like this. 22, 24. If you like post a little image like that, then I guess people know like how far each of these things are off from their numbers that we're trying to hit. But yeah, of course, it's better than not having it. Yeah, like I post a thing like that, and it almost makes me want to have it set up like this, where it'd be a tiered thing. You see the progress, and like a thing that allows you to see how you can help with that progress. Maybe we would excise these things entirely because that's Jimmy's thing, and you didn't need help with that. You just need to tell me what he needed. So it'd be less clutter. Like these 3 things that had to be interacted with. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, just fucking get rid of this entirely. Just move this out of the screen. Let's say you were to display the information like this. you have to update 4 different images of progress report. Image 1, image 2 that's in this thing, image 3, and then image 4. So I guess the goal, gosh, dang it. Like this would be a text channel, the goal, and then within it is a thread for overall progress, and then within this is 3 more threads of the specific progress. So like these three things can be clicked at a glance, which is okay. So you'll be able to see what the progress is, but that doesn't mean anything to these people. Oh, it doesn't mean anything at all. Because the main thing that is inhibiting these people is a lack of understanding of what the hell's going on. Because what the hell is going on is quite the thing. You know, 3 different workshop locations that are having different ways. They're having 3 different systems of interactions. So how's this going to help clarify? It'll indicate to them the priority of each of the things, but it's still that doesn't reduce the amount of effort it takes for category 1 and category 2 to figure out what the hell's going on. The priority doesn't really mean a whole lot if they don't. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the YouTube video indicating the whole lot. The type 1 workshop, the type 2 workshop, and the type 3, and the component workshop. I want to say that was good. I know with a matter of certainty that's how SCAT got plugged into the type 2 workshop. I know for certainty. So they had a non-zero effect. Damn it. Maybe yeah, maybe thinking more about this. The progress report, but then also how to help is one way to title this thread, and then it has the specific video that shows you how to interact with that video. Because one thing I will say, one thing that's bad about the video where it just showed all 3 of like the setups is you'd have to watch this long video to get the whole picture. What if you don't want the whole picture? What if you just want help with the number going up for this? Maybe you make the title itself. It has the percentage, and that's where the status report is. Like I said, the progress report. What if it also had 45% done as well? How to chip in. Maybe that's the way to type it. If progress report doesn't work, then status is 45% done. How to chip in, how to increase. You can't put percent signs in the text channel, so you'd have to type out 45%. Like, what if I can call it distance. This provided you to. How would you even so this whole thing 4x temp scan goal? First of all, that's not gonna fit. I'm like 90% sure. Okay, yeah, so you have it like that, and then you would type a thing and then create a thread off of it. The thread name would be overall. One thing I noticed about this like thing, I don't know what the hell happened, but I think like when you display like threads like this, you can. I'm pretty sure anybody in the server is able to just like click close thread or something like that, and it just like becomes hidden. It's not ideal. Leave thread. Yeah, like it turns it into this thing, which is like a shittier way to do this, and then there's no way to join thread. I don't know, dude. It like disappears. Maybe it was. I really don't think I was the one that left it. Yeah, it would not disappear. What if there's another way to make it like disappear like that somebody in the server can do, and it kind of like hides it for everybody? That's not ideal. That's not what you want. Join thread. That's where it like does a bit, and then yeah, this is like where you post a stupid thing like this. And then from here you would type 1 workshop, and then you have to be really stupid about it, like type 1 workshop, and then you have another one that says what's it called? Status is 45% done, and how to chip in. or some other way that you do it. And you have to like do it in reverse order, so how to chip in has to be the first thread. Status is this, second thread, and then this, that's like the title. So I'm clicking on this, so you see type 1 workshop status is 45% done, how to chip in. We see overall progress is now at the bottom, where there's no way to actually shift the location except unless if you just start over, or like you do like the sequential thing, the reverse order. But that's just stupid, 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 stupid. Is this even how you would want to display the information? So we have type 1 workshop status is such and such how to chip in, and then going forward is the type 2 workshop status is such and such how to chip in. So then you'll have 6 of these things that are looking all very similar. So then maybe you adjust it like 1. So you know which one is which. But this is going to cause a problem in a second. 1. These are like objectives, right? So that type 1 workshop is 1, and then the status score is this, and how to chip in is that. So then type 2 workshop would be another one. I guess I'm just fucking gonna do it. Yeah, and then this would just become a mess. A freaking mess, unreadable trash. Like you almost have to like make a message saying like, don't read this. This text channel. Read the threads below it. You know, something crap like that. That would be necessary because the way that this stuff is organized is not so good. Like this is just a mess. Like this is what you want to avoid. Whatever this trash is. Ah man. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, so I need to just for the sake of seeing what it looks like in reality. Of course, the order is going to be out of order, so you have to. Yeah, God help you if you find out that there's actually more to it, because every time you add it, it's just gonna, you have to redo the whole thing. Every time you add another thing, like type another workshop or another like a Coke thing, you have to understand all this stuff day one. Otherwise, you have to redo the whole damn thing. That's just a yikes. And then every time you change the name, this message appears that you can't delete. So it clutters this now too. There's no way to delete this. So far as I'm able to tell, there's no mark on red. Nothing happens. Nothing's done. Just, I don't know what that. These are the tools that you have to work with, you know. So yeah, remember this one's 55%. Is that one? Is the number that we gave it? You have to do it in the reverse order. How to ship in. Gotta give a message because it needs a message, of course. Type 2 workshop. Nope, I would have screwed it up there. Create a thread. Give a message. And then this one. Create a thread. Give a message. So now here we are. And then maybe if I wasn't making sense before, this will indicate to you the troubles that you will run into if you need to adjust it a single iota. Yeah, so it's like just displayed like this type of. So slowly this will just, if you display like this, it'll slowly become just like a TLDR type of thing. Too much is going on in this from here where the mouse is down to here. It's just it almost makes you want to like remove these things. But then if you remove these things, yeah, it looks like too much going on when you have it. But then when you remove it, the ownership kind of seems like instead of status is 55% done belonging to type 2 workshop and how to chip in belonging to type 2 workshop, now it almost feels like it's belonging to 4 temp scan and bowl. So then like the wires are crossed when like reading this. So the wires are crossed both ways. It's just a TLDR on the one hand or just a misattribution on the other hand. Yeah, it's all good. No good. So between misattribution and TLDR, I like to think that TLDR is the is the better. Maybe do completed and update it that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds like a TLDR type of thing. Uh, Maybe you do like these little ballot box things, indicating. But then this is just gonna add to TLDR. TLDR again, but I guess it would be an adequate display of progress, a visual display. Yeah, I don't like the way this is displayed, but on the other hand, I really do like the way that it's displayed. Yeah, it's like ticking the boxes that I want ticked. No pun intended, given the fact that there's the tick boxes there. and then every time you adjust like the name, just makes these messages very impossible to. So like how to have the chip in be like the URL to the video. That shows you how to directly interact with that workshop. Yeah, and this just becomes a mess. But yeah, see, just kind of like it just gets worse. It's like when that thing would be 100% completed, then you have the you can get a green checkbox. I think there's a green one available. There we are. Hmm. Yeah, this kind of makes it better, but in an effort to kind of like remove the this trash and try to prevent people from reading it, you just make it blank, I suppose. Hold spacebar or underscore. Um, can I put it above and below? I don't know. Hmm. Maybe I'll need a checkbox for the how to chip in part. The one denotes the 1, 2, or 3 denotes the attribution. Yeah, I don't really like how that looks. Eesh, gosh, look what this has become. Just a mess. Maybe this doesn't need a box either. Just the progress kind of needs the box when it's done or not. Ugh. I don't like how that is done either. Maybe this doesn't get it, but I make an underscore on the subcomponents. Um, completed seems kind of wordy. Just leave that done. Um, yeah, and then the changing for the 3 instead of a double underscore perhaps, or a single one. We'll see which one it looks like. So the attribution is not misattributed. Yes. Doesn't seem too bad. Yeah, the how to chip in video. Yeah, this I think I like the way that this is laid out. At least little underscore to get the person not to click on this thing. It's crap. yeah, how to chip in the video and then numbering the three things. This would have been a better way to organize how to help than the singular video that encompassed like all three of the things. That man. Oh yeah, no, this thing has become wordy enough to where it doesn't even allow for it to be all in the it's cut off at the end there. Yeah, so we have to do like a have to do something like that, even though it was components that were exported to not decon. It just has to fit, has to be legible. So at a glance. Yeah, so it would like this one would indicate the location of it. That could be a picture of Red River, and then a circle over like the location of the workshop where like the double recyclers were, I suppose. Simply enough, and then yeah, just simply declaring where the location is, and then the status would be what it is that we're even trying to accumulate there. Like it was however many components that was, 2,238,000, 240,000. How many are accounted for? And then it's just like so I would have to edit this number every time there was a status update, and then I would have to update the number that's here, like 220k out of 240k counted. And so every time I would have to do a progress report, it would be something like that. Edit 1, edit 2, yeah, edit this, edit this. So I have to add 6 things just on the as we have it displayed right now. Yeah, I think this would have been better than the way that I had it set up. Having a big video that has all three of the stuff is not good. The reason I did it that way is to lessen the clutter, so it's just single click, video, watch video, gain understanding. But it probably would have been better this way, setting it up like this. 3 separate videos that are just really, really tiny. I'm kidding. Because if a person wants to, they understand what type 2 is, or they understand what pecons is, or they understand what type 1 is, maybe they know that they don't want to be interested in component mining, or they know that they do want to be interested in like coal mining. So like, I'm just gonna watch this video, I don't give a crap about the other two. Yeah, that's the way I should have done it. That was a mistake. Big time, big time, big time. The tailored message to the exact thing. Yeah, this means absolutely nothing. And that was damn foolish of me to have posted such a thing. Damn foolish. It ought to have just been brain dead simple. 1, 2, 3. Anybody ever ask me what needs to be done or how they can help? 1, 2, 3. Simple video. It's like less than 2 minutes each video, easily. But I didn't do it. Yeah, I did not do it. Instead of made a mega video a singular time. Yeah, I was overwhelmed a lot of the time, for sure. Because I already said before, yeah, these things had to be set up in a way that made sense. So I had to set up the type 1 workshop. Figure out how the hell are we going to accomplish this? 1. How the hell are we going to accomplish this? 2. How the hell are we going to accomplish this? 3. Like this one had to be in its own spot, had to be found, had to be built, had to be like understood how the hell it's going to be like exported, and how the hell it's going to be defended. What are the neighbors like? Are they going to be cool with it? Are we going to have problems? Okay, 1 box ticked. The type 2 was a big problem. Same exact thing. How to figure out how the hell to do this. People were intransigent, neighbors were dog shit, had to figure out a different place. Just a lot of stuff on my plate, big time. Simply Beacon Workshop had to figure out a sophisticated way to get comps that's not AIDS, so that the Beacon outpost, component outpost, or whatever the heck was the. Oh yeah, I'm so glad that I saved this a considerable amount of work. Just takes a little bit of brain to come up with something else like. All right, yeah, so if anybody ever listens to this trash that I'm recording, this combination, I mean, how much time did it take to really parse out what the hell all this was, you know? And then we also, this is what would have had to happen. I would have had to stop and really think about things on this level, and I guess I just don't want to do that. I didn't want to do it, and I paid the price for it. Paid the price. Too bad. I think this indicates the solution to the first problem that I really made, the big error that I made. This would have been a better solution. Like these people that were unmotivated, they'd be Discord time gloss over some things, read some things. I don't know how much you'll never know how much people interact with these things, but if the information was displayed in like a thing like this, and you could see 55% done. What are you doing today? Coal mining. Well, I mean they're at like 90%. Yeah, whatever. You're just bored, just bored and watch a little video. And what the hell? What is PJ's cooked up over here? They probably would have gotten more output out of these people. So yeah, that's a failure on my part. And these new people, Yeah, likewise, Cliche might just as well as plugged into just another thing, the Type 2 workshop. Had the information been provided on Discord. Maybe Nikolele would have likewise. This is probably a good way to display the information in it, but it wasn't displayed like this. So, what, I could have gotten help from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. But I chose not to because I was a shit leader. I, good. I got it. Problem 1. The idiot. Yeah, so learn from the mistakes of others. I try to learn from mine. That is how you improve. Yeah, more effort from these 12 people, less effort from my perspective. Probably could have gotten like another 12 people. Would have been that easy. It's just I didn't want to invest the time to set up the administration, think about these things in depth. I have to go in circles. I'll say it again, like these things weren't set up. It's easy to say after the fact, but as I'm trying to like make these things on the fly, I mean, I got so much better at making like import stations and export stations and thinking about things from the perspective of trains. I don't know, so I learned a lot, lack of self-confidence in this respect. But this could have been done. This could have been done. It just required me to stop for 1 second, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so that's the red box. That's how I would have done the red box differently. The blue box. Yeah, the biggest, a big crime is just saying the biggest thing you can do to help is get sulfur. I got a plan for the coach. Get the sulfur. How much? How much sulfur? I could have just took a second to stop, count out how much we had stored up, because there's some of them in buildings that you can't interact with by hovering over the icon on the map. You actually have to physically go to the thing. Yeah, it'd just be a simple thing like this. Such a simple thing that I didn't do. So it's like, come on, dude, what were you thinking? Uh, oddball, oddball resources. 1. 23%. Done. How to chip in. Reverse order. And there you have it. Ah, a picture of the 3 resources. Something like this. Such a brain dead easy thing to do. Foxhole sulfur. And foxhole heavy oil. Like that. Boom. 3 things that you gotta get. Quite simple. 1, 2, and 3. Coke, sulfur, coke. And sulfur. And heavy oil. And then the amounts that you need. Just like a simple little thing right here. How to chip in. Video that describes we'd even probably do it like this. Coke. Accumulation. That word's not going to work because it's not going to be able to fit heavy oil, so we'd use the word stockpile. Coke. Storing. Coke storing, heavy oil storing. Storing makes it seem like it's already available, just has to be shoveled, which it's not. It has to be gotten. The coke, yeah, the coke, gathered, but it's like a verb, not the overall thing, so gather wouldn't work. Storage. Yeah, the coke import. Yeah. The coke import, the sulfur import, the heavy oil import. Just like that. Sulfur. 44% done. Blah blah blah. Chip in video. Blah blah blah. 6. Heavy oil import. 35% done. It'd be as easy as that. Just instead of this crap, it'd be quite reasonably. Just take these two images like so. That's not much. Which seems like a lot, but probably adjusted by saying Coke total. Coke total. Quite simply that. Yep, simple image. That's the total. That's how many we've got with like whatever the fuck, 240k out of whatever that number was. 940k. Yep, and then a video that describes how to get the Coke, and this kind of involves trains and stuff, so the maybe it wouldn't. Yeah, I guess you probably wouldn't call it import because well, I guess maybe you would. You wouldn't move the Coke with anything other than a train, and the new player's not gonna probably use trains, so the it's just the accumulation of the Coke at the Coke facility that we had. Simple video. How it works. 2 minutes. Mobile harvester's there. And this, self import would be everything where to store it, and the other repositories that are at the Camp Senti, using the sulfur mines that are in Great March, using like a dump truck or a resource container and flatbed. Yeah. And then the heavy oil import is, I make a video like this, and who the hell's gonna get a train of heavy oil? No one's gonna do that. That's too complicated of a thing. Well, maybe. Maybe, it's something for me to point to. When it's still, when this 6 thing still needs to be done. And the fellow's asking for the thing to do, and yeah, the getting of the train down to the Bedford oil field, picking up the heavy oil, come back. Yeah, these videos have to be short. I almost want to say like I want to do like a longer form video, just like the person being able to see like how it goes down, taking the train to the place, get the heavy oil, bring back. But no, I don't think it would have. It should be just like a 2-minute video, an outline of what to do. Get the train, have the liquid container load out, bring it to there, pick up the heavy oil, bring it back, deposit it into the bunker base core, done. Yeah, 2-minute video. Oh, always. Yeah. So it's kind of like a TLDR. Yeah, just really hear this big block of like text, but I don't know. It's really hard to see what the user experience would be like when you're the dude that creates it because you are the most acclimated, you have the most conditioned to the thing that you just made. So like making things stupidly legible is always like a thing that you want to keep in the primacy. And of course, we probably have it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like one at the top, but it's that bugged me. You have to redo the entire thread each time just to have the numbering correct. You could switch up the numbering, but yeah, some parts of my brain are just really dumb sometimes. Like Python Workshop could be 6, and that would solve the issue. Yeah, but every time you change the name, it gives you this little freaking message. Ugh. You want things to be as legible as possible, but at the same time, you just get smashed in the face with a sledgehammer with this user interface that Discord provides. But it's entirely possible that I'm incredibly stupid and I just don't understand the way to do it. Possible, likely. Um, this would have been a saner way to prosecute the goal of getting 4 Tempest cannons. Yeah, I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to put in the effort. 10 days of my life I'm able to put in, but not a couple of hours to parse out this stuff in particular. You know what I'm saying? What a testament to my inferiority. Sometimes you outplay yourself. I feel like these people let me down, but the evidence proves that I let myself down. I let these people down. What if they wanted to help and they just didn't want to? I just didn't know how, and it was unreasonable. It was unreasonable to find out how to help out. Yep. One day to just sit back and get one's arms around the whole thing would have paid many dividends. So that's problem one. yeah, lack of progress reports, and what's embedded within that is the report is dovetailed with how to help with progress. And that's on me, nobody else. The adequate displaying of the what. I'm gonna start working on the why. I'll go to the bathroom first and recontinue this recording. Alright. Okay. So after looking at this thing a little while longer, you can see that I get these scroll bars just to get the whole picture. And yeah, I don't know. If only like there's a way to hide these two things. Like have the 6 displays of like the 6 major core tasks, but then hide the percentages. If you could fit the percent within the name itself, uh, that'd be that would you know that rectify that would give us a little more wiggle room. But it'll start to yeah, some of the names just won't allow it. Not when it does. Ah, dang this Discord thing, you know. What I mean is you can see this one doesn't work. It's just Kalis, you know, Kalis. Tabarnak. Janemsa. Don't like that. If you were to put the percent in the yeah, I don't like it. Nope. Another thing I'll say is like it's a drab. Everything's just drab gray. If you could color code things, like color this text, but for some reason Discord does not allow that. Um, oh, I don't know how to do this. I say use back quotes and do it in the Evans. How typical. Alright, let's try to read. So if you can change the text of that, it'll allow you to get some wiggle room. I don't even think that's a color text channel. Once in the text color in Discord. Continue without disabling. 3 times. That quotation mark shift entered. What in the world? Alright. Come on. Balls. I'll turn this off and come back. Alright, one thing that I found, I was trying to fiddle with how you could like adjust these things, and you can't like adjust the color it seems, or like the size of the font, but one thing you can adjust is the code. You can convert it to different fonts. There's this like handy website, convertcase.net. Apparently you can just type stuff like for temp scan, Canon, what was it called? Yeah, for temp scan and goal. So we can click the clipboard thing and it gives us options. Okay, I guess I was thinking there's a longer list, and I guess it's just these. I don't know if necessarily any of these would really assist with things, but in their difference for the subsequent the subsequent subcategories might allow things to be even better. So I always like this type of kind of like Gothic script, I guess you'd call it. Makes it kind of silly, but yeah. The only problem is that it might clip it. Yeah, so you get the problem where it just clips, and that's not even that legible either. That doesn't help. That hurts. Yeah. So yeah, I thought this would assist, but perhaps not actually. Yeah, with no font, it's able to fit, but with any other types of fonts, it doesn't. Hmm. The Pipiscan Saga, and then it'd be like a I forget which one I just had. Shoot, I guess something like that. That's not good. That's not it. Yeah, like a different font to denote a different kind of like thing, different metal thread. I'm not a fan. Tempest Cannon Saga. Then like a little Unicode emoji. Something you don't want it to be like annoying in its difference, but you want to make it a hmm. Oh, that's not it. Nope. I don't like that at all. That's just annoying to read. The italicized stuff is the squiggles make it no good. 4 Tempest Cannons. All that work just for that. Yeah, hilarious. That's not really what that wasn't the principal thing. This is the principal thing where you can change it like Gothic text, Frank, fracture, for the various things. It'd be a lot cool if you could change the color of the. The one thing that comes to mind is every time I have to update the thing, I'd have to interact with this website again, so that's a glaring problem. Every time I adjust it, I have to go through another troopers to modify it. Doesn't seem to like that. How odd. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. I'm sure that there's a way to do what I'm trying to do, but in a way that involves like a program like Microsoft Excel. Have more be in lines more with yeah, I guess I wish I would have. I wish I could. I wish I learned how to use it when I was in school. I did not. I could have taken a class. At the time, I'm like, oh, something like that might be coming in handy, but I decided against it. Yeah, I mean, you can teach yourself these things. I'm just, low effort, low ability, not too capable. Yeah, so you would attribute rank with a text. So whichever text I chose for this one, I already forgot, but I think it was bold. That's strange. You can't do things like bold any other way. You have to go through this like venue. But it's worth it. All these things are having a value. They all have value. The more legible things are, the quicker people are able to understand what the hell's going on at the snap of a finger, and that's really, really important. It's of paramount importance. So how would I have been able to put in this type of administrative effort at the time that I needed to be inputted, which was like a week ago when we were right in the thick of it? How could I have made it interesting enough for me to want to do what I'm doing right now? I really don't. I don't know. Yeah, so I would have it displayed like this, and then this will share the same font as the done thing as well, and that will probably be the thing. Huh? Doesn't seem very legible. The V looks like the V as in Victor looks like a B as in Bob. What the heck is that about? How to chip in video? Ugh, disgusting. This font is how you get it into caps, whereas you can't get caps any other way when you're making a title. Yeah, that's along the lines that I would put it. I would do the same. What is it? Capitalization. I seem to thought this is capitalization, but it's not. It's not actually doing it. Am I stupid? Why is it not capitalizing it? Huh. Probably because of the font that was input into. There it is right here. For some reason, I don't understand that for Tempest Cannon, but the T is undercased. Okay. What if it's like this? Now it works. If it's underscores, it works. If it's dashes, it does not, and it does not again. Yeah, this program in Discord. It just looks dumb now. So you know it does it, but no, it's spacing is off. It's the capitals, but spacing is off. So that's too big. Yeah, that's. Maybe spelling it differently. Goal for Tempest is kind of how it reads. Like you're replacing 4 for 4. The one word for the entirely different word. Tempest Cannon still. What if you would have something like this? Nope. Capitalized, simply. Huh. Seems kind of redundant. Using war twice. War 105 Wargle, I hate it. Yeah. What a waste of time this is. It's not left upon me. If we're gonna have all this like TLDR going on, we have to have this be bumped up in authority. Because it's not attached to this one specifically. Mm-hmm. This thing kind of like denotes immediate action, which is not really the feel that we're going for. 4 Tempest Cannons. Right, like it's a thing that has to be done right now, which it doesn't. It's trying to lay out a long-term project. What if this was called the... Yeah, no dice. What if you just do the percent no done thing, then it's just kind of like left to the imagination as to what the 30% means? Help us video, 35%. Maybe that's the ticket, kind of like have it like that, where the user just has to estimate what that percentage means, and it would cut down on the TLDR, which is of a premium because there's a lot of it going on. The help us video, I don't know if it's in the help us video. If we do how to help build the video, then it'll cut it off. I like the way that says done there in the text. I like that text a lot. That font feels cool. Yeah, we just do the thing where every time we do a progress report, I have to use two fonts, the capitalized font and the for times 6. Yeah, just do that. If only there was a way to be able to fit more stuff into this line here. And we could say HOI, heavy oil import, acronym. They have to put that to define what the hell it means. No. That's not it. The help us video, but it's how to help. It's not begging for help, it's just telling you how to help. The how-to video, help you, but it's how to help. You don't have to do the whole thing, just to chip in. That's where, how to chip in kind of comes to mind. How to assist, how to help us. Progress, how to progress, 35%. Oh man. That's not gonna work. You have to have the double underquotes to denote inferiority. Subordination to the claim that's above it. Video, and you're just left to the imagination, the new player that stumbles upon this, what video means and what the percent means. Oh, the 35 means 35% obviously is. What if it's an arrow? Here we are. Pointing to the right, yeah. What might that look like? It's too much, it's like too ambiguous. Ah, I really hope that fit. What if we just jammed in and moved all the spacing? That's dog water. What if it's a different font? What? Oops. Horrible. Yeah, like when it's displayed like this, it makes me feel like it's going to be a video that's still loading that we're 35% done. We're almost there, like a motivational type thing, as opposed to the instructional, which is the point. So, hot water. That's too technical. That's too technical. How to chip in? We're back to it. It's amazing. So I'll say what happens when you try to make an error like that and try to fix it. It's all messed up. You can delete this one and remake it. And not to say that, don't even get me started on the idea that the whole numbering system is askew to begin with. Yeah, making full Tempest cannons. Can't even move it up. Freaky, come on. There we go. I know if you do the thread thing, you get more space. Like the defining goal of the war. Like something that you display in the Discord and everybody knows what's up with this war. And then you create a thread off of it. And this is where you do the, that's where you paste that. It's not the thing that's subordinated. How does that look? Yeah, the defining goal of the war for Tempest Skins, and then the plan, the idea is to link this thing that I'm clicking with this thing, this whole segment. So I'll go to a lot of people that click that one. Enough work. Enough boring work that is of dubious value, but not zero value. Yeah, it's a dubious value, but value that in a particular category that you really, really, really need to accumulate value. This thing of administration, being able to direct new people to be helpful, and unmotivated people to be able to chip in more than they otherwise would have. Yeah, so value that you can't really garner anywhere else. It's not like I'm gonna every time you can't like have every time the person logs in, you remember have you give them the advertisement for today? Oh, would you like to help out with the Tempest Gaming project? And then describe to them the progress things. That's gonna suck your soul out big time. No good. You have to set these administrative things up, otherwise, pull a lame quote out of my butt. Eisenhower and Benjamin Franklin. Well, Eisenhower said, plans are useless, but planning is indispensable. That's not really a direct correlation to what we're talking about. But Benjamin Franklin said, failing to plan is planning to fail. So having these plans written out as opposed to just making things up at the spot. If I'm in a good mood, if I'm in a chit-chatty mood, then when the person gets online, I'm like, hey, let me advertise it to you. How to help out this way? No, that's not a plan. That's not a plan for success by any stretch of the imagination. No. So maybe just have the hammer icon and then have it again right here. Just pray they don't click it somehow. You know. Or go 105, 4 Tempest Cannons, and then the hammer is just like a little placeholder thing that kind of like has the reader's eyes trail downwards to the list of the 6 things that we've got going on. We have the setup. It's just the sticking point. These 3 things have to be condensed somehow at a glance. You can't click on it. Those are the rules. You can't click on it. You have to be able to see what the hell's going on at a glance. Like imagine if one of these things is like 88% done, and you get online. Maybe you weren't so interested in component mining before, but dude, they're at 88%. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll chip in. That's what we have to. We got a passive glance. You have to be able to see it. But then on the other hand, this TLDR is too much. So you have to set these things up correct. You can't click on it. You have to be able to read it like it's being displayed right now. What would you do? Is the hammer enough? Maybe see below. And like hand, something like that. Here I am doing like the fucking TLDR, right? Groaning about that, but then I'm adding to it. Man, this stuff is so hard. I don't know, maybe my brain's just not really good for this type of stuff. Yeah, I say that, but I live with the results. Yeah. There are brains better than I with regards to this. We can probably agree on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is like too wordy. Nah. I just have this be a big thing spaghetti thing that I'm reading right now, and then just leave it with a message saying, I don't want to say the word threads, read the threads below this, but how is this a thread, if you recall this a thread, I wouldn't believe you. Read the text channels below this. Something like that. If they ever do by accident, read that, then. And I can do my little thing that I just learned, whatever the fuck. Right, this is how you can do a colored text. Just have a thing like that. Boom. I would make it a bold too, I was up there. Can you do the two at the same time? I don't know. You can't. Whatever. Hmm. Maybe have like a triple setup. Boom boom, if they didn't get the first time. Why stop there? Just make it a big thing. Like I really don't want them to see this trash that I'm forced to use because of the way that the Discord thing's set up. And yeah, I'll say it again. The way that the Discord thing's set up, and also my limited knowledge and the finer points to it, it's probably something I'm doing wrong. But then again, maybe not. Yeah, something stupid like that. That's how I would just a big beware. Because when you open a thing, I'm pretty sure when you open a new thing, it'll put you at the bottom of it, so they'll see this first, and then they'll just read it. They just won't even regard anything. Yep. Mhm. 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 Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it seems like a really big mess, but I think it'll do the trick. You just click on this, and you're just like, oh, I think I'll click off. Like, this is what you want someone to click off. You want someone to click off of it, and this will probably do it. Read the text channels list. Let me just read this one. Maybe the view instead. Below this one. Yeah, probably be that. A more direct command. You don't have to read anything. You have videos, pictures. You don't have to read a word. No reading. Anti big brain. You know, fucking hit him with a rock. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's how I do it. And then what you would post here is the why. The why, quote and then quote, the why in the hell ought we go for 4 of the Tempest, the most expensive pieces of equipment in the game. URL. AKA the why. The why. And I have yet to even stumble upon because I've been so enthralled in this this whatever it is. This is the what addendum. That's where you put it. Wargo 105, the defining thing. This is the below is the defining element of this war for this clan. It is within you to be a part of it. See below this text channel. Below is the defining element of this war for this clan. It is within you to be a part of it. See below this text channel. User clicks. User sees the URL. Simply put, video indicating a really motivational type of video, indicating the cool stuff that we can do with it, and then our ability to be able to pull off such a thing in the first place, which is a guarantee because we've got good people that can do anything in the game. Yeah, that's how I would display it, big time. Maybe throw in a little emoji there, a little craft swords emoji like is typical. Yeah, not the skeletal version of it, the real one, the one that we're used to. So fella joins out into whoops. Oh, it brings me right back to that. Come on now, don't be like that. I've used it many times before. I know it's not letting me do it. Hey, yeah. Get this nice little list, but I can never seem to find it. No matter how many times I use it. Is this the one? I don't think this is the one, but cross swords. Oh yeah, it was like a Discord thing that I would when I was doing the cross swords things. That's when I was making like the roster for like the ops. It wasn't even a part of this thing. Oh, where the hell is it? Um, hmm? I think that's it. Hello? Copy. Paste. And it just doesn't even do it. Huh. I just could have sworn I got the real one on like the text channel before. This is why Discord's like this, you know, you have to play with the tools you got, but it's still good sometimes. I've already tried this one. Oop. Come on now. It's just a simple thing, crossed swords. Can I copy this emoji and paste it somewhere else? Copy. That's not gonna be it. Nope. Copy. Oh, yeah, it's reaction, reactions, and then can I copy? Oh, can I type in cross swords? Maybe that'll work. Like this. No, you can't even type in colons. Colis. Colis. Skull would be pretty appropriate. Fucking kill the enemy, then kill ourselves. Probably in the order of killing ourselves first. Come on now. Where's that Kuras? Come on now. Over there. It'll show in here if I get it correctly. Languages, there's different languages, different formats of it. Well, who would have thought? Or did I bring this upon myself? I mean, you know, you see how much work goes into this crap. You know, I'm spending like fucking a stupid amount of time trying to find a freaking emoji for cross swords. Like, how did we come here? You know? Or is that movie quote like sometimes you know you just gotta sit back and really ascertain just how crazy I really am. Wild. Holy mackerel. Uh, my word. I guess maybe I never did that, and it was always actually just a reaction and never a thing that I posted in the text channel. Seems more and more likely. Well, you know what? To look cool, right? It seems kind of like a legible, you know, gray drab text, gray drab emoji, gray drab text, gray drab emoji. That's not becoming of the thing we're trying to, the type of idea that we're trying to send. Yeah, how lame. Mm-hmm. Mm. Over usage of emojis is kind of lame too. Kind of like adds to its own TLDR type of thing. People just gloss over. What a brain. How many brains kind of. Yeah, fucking brain, dude. Yeah, except that fits. That's brain denotes, you know, big thing, big thoughts, you know, big plans, big goal, big plans. I guess that kind of fits. Hammer denotes make, so make for Tempest Cannons, and then the hammer here kind of denotes just to you know, keep trailing downwards to read the thing that I want you to read as opposed to whatever the fuck this is. Mm. Yeah, I like that. I suppose. Or 105 big goal as opposed to just goal. Bowl. Mm. Yeah. What were you? Big goal, prime goal. We're not kind of wordy. This is a big fucking TLDR. I guess. And another thing I'll talk about when it comes to like the admin of like a Discord server and like this trash, one of the things I learned is that when you're every time you post a message, it makes like a little ping, and you want people to not mute the Discord. So by not muting Discord, you have to stop pinging it so often. So when adjusting anything in the Discord, you have to make it visible only to you, so only you are affected by any adjustment to it. Can you imagine how many times I fucking had to like post a thing or change a thing, it all sends out a ping, and then the person just mutes it, the server, because they don't want to get pestered, rightfully so. So yeah, there's like a way to do all these things, and you know every single lesson had to be learned. Help us see below this text. See below this texture. And then there's the live video. We're back at it again. I know there's a Unicode for a video recorder or a camera. Yeah, this is a movie camera. And perhaps you could use that instead of. I think that might be it right there, the way it's displayed. Update the percentages, and it's a URL, how to chip in, and then progress of oil imports. Where almost 5,000 cans over 2,000 out of fucking 5,000 cans done. Simple numerical display, simple percentage display. You could even do the thing that you just learned just then, where it's fucking blue, but what is it, FNI? UNI, FNI? It's one of these things. You could change the text of it, so you wouldn't use blue, of course, but you could use red, yellow, orange. Yeah, red, yellow, green. Sorry. I'm gonna figure out how to do red, yellow, and green. Oh yeah, I forgot. All this time you're not even able to adjust the color of the text channel, so that was a waste of time. Turned out it's very difficult. I mean, I'm not doing it. You can use this website that does it for you, but still at a loss. Yeah, I don't like this. Edit channel. Back to square one. I like how to chip in video. I think that's worded perfectly. Yep. I think this is a little bit too wordy. Simple, done. Back down in the verbiage. And this is like not necessary. Having this is necessary, but I think the hammer is actually an error because if the person doesn't make the mistake in the first place, then that's just unnecessary. TLDR having that extra hammer icon emoji thing. If they do make the error, then they just direct it away, and then it ceases to be having that hammer. You want to cut down on these things as much as possible, and having that it's like a conditional thing. They might make the error, but if they don't, then it's not necessary in the first place. So the administration of a thing, you would paste the URL for the video, and then the only thing that you'd be adjusting would be these numbers. After you get a progress report, you adjust this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to adjust. And it's just the text channels, the text channel titles. But 6 things, 6 titles, and then 6 like the actual units that are needed, that are accounted for in the amount that's remaining. So it'd be 12 things you have to adjust just to give a progress report. That'd get incredibly lame. Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, this thing would have changed things up a little bit, wouldn't it? Oh damn, that would have cut down on it a little bit. Okay, so you need something. Well, I just want the blank space emoji because then you'd be able to have spacing, increase legibility, but not increase legibility even more so, I think. That's not it. I'll try to figure it out and find something. So I found this one very odd character, this one symbol on Reddit that allows you to paste the junk into this thing and it doesn't decline you. Sometimes a lot of the empty characters, the program tries to stop you from doing it because they say you have to have it called something, but we're trying to increase legibility, so we want these things to be empty. I do wonder if it'll actually increase legibility. So probably have the spacing done with it, and then these little things, we probably have it kind of done like this too. Yeah, so kind of done like this. Yeah, the Wargle for Tempest cannons. This one is nuked. It's not a. You don't click it in. It's kind of done like this. Right, so I'll have the. I think that I was looking at before the. Well, now let's see just the text of it. There we are. Nice. Yeah. If you put video at the front, it denotes what the point of the clicking on that thing will. Point of it, which is just to receive the video. It'll be a URL. And legibility goes up, even if it's kind of like in proper English. What if we had an arrow that points up to the percentage? Because a video how to chip in might the user might believe that it's a video that is for the whole lot. It's gonna be like some mega video that's gonna tell you how to do the whole lot, and like I ain't got time for that. But if you put that arrow, then it might make it more understandable that it's just to help with the specific thing that's being listed. Maybe if I put can you put commas in this thing? Put period. You can't put a comma. Interesting. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay. Yeah, these things are how it ought to be done. Parts to a whole. The whole being the 4 Tempest cannons. Short video how to do it. Percentage updates. Simple description of 200, 3,000 of cans, 5,000 cans. Yeah, just that thing over and over again. Those little updates. these are like tasks. They're big tasks. They're objectives that lead to the culmination of the goal, or the satisfaction of the goal. These 6 things. So perhaps listing them as like type 1 workshop, type 2 workshop is not adequate. The pecan demand. Like component demand or something, comp demand. Yeah. Um, mm-hmm. Type 2 workshop is a dumb. It's not what it is. Well, this is not going to fit. So this has to be called type 2 demand. Yeah, this is how you do it. COMP. Oh. But it doesn't fit. Dang. So it has to be comp. Nice. Yep. It'd be like this, these 6 things. And the trivial things like getting the type 3 and the type 4. wouldn't even bother keep track of that thing, just because it's so simple. Yeah, these 6 things are the killers, the makers, or the breakers. If there's only a way to combine these 2 lines somehow, or this line with that line. As opposed to the checkbox, maybe something like that. Mm-hmm. As soon as it would hit 100%, then you just delete the percentage and replace it with a checkbox like that one. Yeah. Nice, look at that. Single period fucked it up. It's wild. Yep, so yeah, just barely kind of like fits. It sounds more consolidated. Do something like this for this over here. So they don't click on this one, and then this one they don't click on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And these things can be trimmed. Now this arrow is not really needed because it's been consolidated. So on like the video how to ship, it'd be like it'd be the URL, and then under it would be a post saying short video on how to ship into number one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. To keep up with the nomenclature, with the progress report thing at the end. Maybe it looks kind of dumb. Yeah. Maybe, maybe not. If we could change the font of this, would be better. Okay. So this would be bold. Now it changes the spacing of it. Rats. I forget it. Make this one tinier somehow. Which right now they're in the same text. Maybe this one here. That and that. Like so. Yeah, that's pretty good. I put comp demand twice. Capitalized. And underneath it is some capital, some not. Nice. Yeah, so I'd have set up something like this. It would have been better than what we had, which was nothing. At times something, and then at other times nothing at all. Yeah, there's one point where I just deleted the whole thing because we were done with the things like the type 1 and the type 2, so it didn't really make sense anymore. Okay. I've been adjusting this some more, and this is a premium. Yeah, we just had to figure out a couple of things. Because I can just delete these things and it actually doesn't delete the thread. It's me. Oh well. So you don't even need these big disclaimer messages. I would have guessed that if you deleted the source of the thread, it would delete the thread itself, but I guess not.
BJZ said.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I would control delete these things, but control right click is a command from one of my old programs that I use to take screenshots. Shouldn't be too long. Oh, it's shift. Oh no. Oops. It's not even control. My bad. So we can clean up this entire thing. Oh, so there we go. And we just do a simple thing like this. Use that text thing that I was using. Shoot, I've already forgotten where it is. Oops. There we go. Something like this. Capitalize it. I think I figured out what the problem. Never mind. It might just become something like this. Just make that this. Oh yeah, there we go. Now and then the fix to it is putting these in lowercase first. This program, you know, very funky. Okay, and then little hammer emoji, probably. Simple thing. Oh no, no, it doesn't work. Maybe a different font. Probably this font is less than capitalized. No, it seems to be the same. I'll try it anyway. Oh, nice. And this is where the wide video goes. And then just delete that entirely. What's the purpose of this thing right here? Whatever. Yeah, these things can just be blank if you finagle it in a certain way. Okay, I suppose the culmination. This would have been a much better display of our progress and getting people to be able to plug into the thing. The 4 Tempest Cannon Goal and the 6 objectives that make it up. You know, the type 1, the type 2, the components, the heavy oil, the coke and the sulfur. 6 objectives in our order of priority. A short video that displays the setup that I was able to make up for the prosecuting of the objective. And then a simple tracker of the status with the percentages. Yeah, probably don't even need this. The units is unnecessary. The only one that's really necessary is that one. He's a liquid rush range. It'd be cans. And I imagine if we had something like that going on. So we have these things to split them Discord and I update them, the progress reports, and then have adequate videos detailing how to prosecute each objective towards the ultimate culmination goal of getting forward these bad boys. Yeah. It's kind of like a big list, but this is displayed in a very, very good way. Nothing would be in like little progress reports things. It'd just be a thing that you don't have to click on to see the progress and sulfur. I don't know, just like post an image of what sulfur looks like. Everything would be covered in like the short little video. Objective 5 would just be you know, accumulate sulfur, accumulate objective 6, accumulate coke, objective 4, accumulate heavy oil, 3, accumulate components, accumulate some material 2, accumulate some material 1. So yeah, clicking on these things wouldn't really give you a whole lot of information. It's all about the progress tracker at a glance. Anybody can see it. If you want to chip in, they can by watching the video, which has the details. Quick thing, very lightning fast information. less than like 2 minutes. This would have been a lot saner way to go about doing this. One goal and 6 objectives to carry it out. Yeah. And then have the tasks, like 1 to 3 tasks in a day, be towards the end of, building up the place where we're actually going to be keeping the stuff. Like concreting it, and putting barb and sandbag on the respective places. Those should have been adequate tasks. And digging out a perimeter of 3x1s. Building gates. Verifying that there's no uncovered space with the watchtower coverage around. Digging a Sarlacc pit and a Dragon's Teeth thing. Yeah. It all makes sense why things went the way that they went. Just like administration. This would have made it a lot more fun too. A lot more fun being able to see our progress as opposed to me kind of like just guesstimating. Like when we finished objective 1 and objective 2 and objective 3, so we did a checkbox and 100% and 2 to 40k, up to 40, and then 7,000 and 7,000. And then we'd keep track of this. Objective 4, how many are in the coordinate base, and then the solve for get, being able to calculate how much we've got and having a destined place for that information to be displayed, as opposed to just like in general chat or some crap like that. And same thing with the code. Yeah, that would have been good. So that is the what. That's how you have to display the what. Now I'll make the why video that you post like here. It's like the purpose of the goal.